Your life rarely collapses in one dramatic moment. It erodes quietly. A late morning here, a postponed decision there. A goal you once cared about slowly buried under comfort, distraction, and endless scrolling. And one day you wake up with a strange feeling. Nothing is completely wrong, but nothing feels right either. You feel behind, unfocused, like your potential is somewhere far away from the life you're currently living. But here's the uncomfortable truth most people avoid. Your life doesn't change because of motivation. It changes because of decisions made when you're tired of staying the same. And sometimes, it takes a single day of brutal honesty to reset everything. Not a perfect day, a decisive one. Because the real purpose of one powerful day isn't to fix your entire life instantly. It's to break the cycle that's been quietly ruining it. So in this video, you're going to learn something different. Not productivity hacks. Not motivational cliches. You'll learn a do or die day. A structured reset designed to interrupt destructive habits, force clarity, and rebuild momentum in your life within 24 hours. By the end of this video, you'll understand the exact sequence of decisions that can pull you out of stagnation and push you back into control. Because most people don't need a new life. They need a moment where they finally stop negotiating with their old one. But before we start, ask yourself something honestly. If nothing changes in your life for the next 5 years, would you be proud of the direction you're heading? Or quietly disappointed? That question alone is enough to wake most people up. Because the biggest problem today isn't lack of opportunity. It's passive living. Days blur together. Wake up, check your phone, react to messages, work without real focus, escape into entertainment at night. Repeat. Weeks become months, months become years, and slowly your goals become distant memories. But here's the good news. Momentum works both ways. The same force that slowly pulled your life off track can also pull it back. And it begins with the first rule of the do or die day. Radical clarity. Most people feel stuck because they avoid uncomfortable truth. They stay busy so they never have to confront the bigger questions. Am I on the right path? Am I wasting my potential? Am I building something meaningful? Or just surviving? Clarity requires stillness. So the first step of your reset day is simple. Remove noise. No social media. No endless notifications. No background distractions. Just you, a notebook, and silence. Write down 3 things. First, what in your life is currently draining your energy? Second, what are the 3 biggest problems you're avoiding? Third, what kind of person do you actually want to become? Not the version others expect. The version you would respect. This exercise alone creates something powerful. Awareness. And awareness breaks autopilot. But here's a question worth pausing on. How much of your life is truly chosen? And how much is simply repeated? Because repetition creates identity, which leads to the second step of the do or die day. Physical reset. Your mind follows your body more than you realize. If your environment is chaotic, your mind becomes chaotic. If your body is sluggish, your motivation disappears. So the next move is aggressive simplicity. Clean your room. Organize your workspace. Throw away things you no longer need. Open the windows. Let sunlight in. These actions seem small, but psychologically they send a powerful signal to the brain. Control is returning. Your brain loves order. And when your environment becomes structured, your thinking follows. Then comes movement. Go outside. Walk fast. Run. Lift weights. Do anything that pushes your body harder than usual. Movement changes chemistry. It reduces stress hormones and activates dopamine pathways responsible for motivation. But more importantly, it creates proof. Proof that you can still act. Because here's a dangerous myth many people believe. They think motivation comes before action. In reality, motivation often arrives after action. You move first. Your brain follows. But let's interrupt for a moment. What if the biggest thing holding your life back isn't lack of ability, but lack of decisive action? Because the third step of your reset day is ruthless elimination. Look again at the problems you wrote earlier. Now ask a harder question. Which habits are quietly creating those problems? Late nights, endless scrolling, negative people, comfort routines that slowly drain ambition. You cannot upgrade your life while protecting the habits destroying it. So today becomes a decision point. Delete the apps. Cancel the distractions. Set boundaries with your time. Most people try to add new habits without removing old ones. That's like pouring clean water into a dirty glass. The result never changes. But elimination creates space. And space creates possibility. Now we move into the fourth step. Focused direction. A life without direction feels exhausting. You work, but it doesn't feel meaningful. You stay busy, but progress feels invisible. The solution isn't doing more. It's choosing one direction clearly. So today, choose one goal, not 10. 1. A skill you want to master. A project you want to build. A path that moves your life forward. Then define the first step. Not the perfect step. The smallest meaningful action you can take today. Momentum begins with movement. And the brain rewards progress, even small progress, with dopamine. That chemical reward strengthens motivation. Which is why tiny wins matter more than grand plans. Now pause for a moment. If you improved your life just 1% every day, where would you be in 1 year? This is where most people misunderstand transformation. They believe change must feel dramatic. But sustainable change feels almost boring. Quiet improvements, consistent effort, small decisions repeated daily. Which brings us to the fifth step of the do or die day. Building a simple system. Motivation fades. Systems remain. So before the day ends, create a minimal structure for tomorrow. A morning routine. A work block without distractions. A specific time to learn, build, or improve. Nothing extreme, just consistent. The goal isn't perfection. The goal is removing friction between you and progress. Because every time you repeat a behavior, your brain strengthens the neural pathway responsible for it. This is called neuroplasticity. Your brain literally rewires based on what you repeatedly do. So the real question becomes, what kind of brain are your habits building? A distracted one or a disciplined one? But there's one more step most people overlook. And it might be the most powerful one. Identity shift. Your life doesn't improve when your goals change. It improves when your identity changes. If you still see yourself as lazy, you'll unconsciously return to lazy behaviors. If you see yourself as disciplined, your decisions begin aligning with that identity. So tonight, before sleep, write one sentence. I am the kind of person who... Finish it honestly. I am the kind of person who finishes what they start. I am the kind of person who respects their time. I am the kind of person who builds a better future. Identity creates standards. Standards shape behavior. And behavior shapes destiny. But let's interrupt again. Imagine two versions of yourself. One continues the same habits for the next 5 years. The other commits to daily improvement starting tomorrow. Which life would look completely different? Now comes the most important mindset shift of this entire video. You cannot fix your entire life in 1 day. But you can destroy the version of you that was slowly ruining it. 1 day of clarity can replace months of confusion. 1 day of decisive action can restart momentum. 1 day of honesty can reveal what truly matters. The purpose of the do or die day is simple. It forces a break in the pattern. Because patterns shape lives. And once a new pattern begins, your future starts shifting. Think about this. Great athletes don't win because of one perfect moment. They win because of thousands of disciplined days. Successful creators don't succeed from one viral video. They succeed from consistent effort over time. Transformation is rarely loud. It's quiet repetition. And your reset day is the beginning of that repetition. Tomorrow morning will arrive like any other. The question is whether you will meet it as the same person, or someone who finally decided enough was enough. Because the truth is, most people already know what they should do. They just keep delaying the moment they start. So if this video sparked something in you, don't let that energy disappear. Use it. Take a notebook today. Design your own do or die day. And start. Not next week. Not next month. Today. If this video helped you think differently about your life, support the channel by liking the video. If you want to boast your mind, then this video is for you. Click on the video.